What's up riders, welcome back to another road test, and today we've got a very unique Shark helmet for you, the Skwal i3. And what makes this helmet unique? Well, the i3 has fully functional lights integrated into the shell, and we'll go into more detail about this later on in the video. For now, this sport touring helmet comes with a recommended retail price of €280. It closes with a micromatic closure and comes with an integrated sun visor. It's 2206 certified like you would expect nowadays, and it's available in 6 sizes. What size would you need? Well, grab a tape cloth and measure the circumference of your head starting at an inch above the eyebrows. Then take a look at the specific sizing instructions for this helmet to see what size fits you best. There's much more to test on this helmet, so let's get into it. First up, the material segment, where we look at the material of the outer shell as well as the amount of outer shell sizes a helmet comes in. The more outer shell sizes a helmet comes in, the more compact the fit is across all available sizes, resulting in a safer and better fitting helmet. The Skwal i3 is made from Lexan injected polycarbonate, and this material is very durable and strong, but is a bit on the heavier side. It is the least expensive material to make helmets out of, which contributes to the relatively budget-friendly price of the i3. The helmet is also available in 2 outer shell sizes, which is a bit disappointing and results in only 2.5 stars for the i3. For this segment we use a scale that measures the weight accurately to the gram, and to make the competition fair we weighed every helmet in a size M without any additional features. Our scale came with an interesting result. The i3 weighed in at 1604 grams, which is a bit on the heavier side, and for this result the Skwal i3 earns 2 stars. Let's continue to our next segment. To judge the visor we use our visor matrix, and here many different visor features and characteristics are listed. But naturally not every feature is equally as impactful on your riding experience, which is why we've weighed them based on what riders ask us about the most. Let's see the results. The i3 comes with a Pinlock 70 lens in the box, and this Pinlock will do just fine at preventing your visor from fogging up. The visor also has a wide field of vision and an internal sun visor, which makes it a pretty feature-rich visor. Don't forget about the breath guard, which also prevents your visor from fogging up. Finally, the visor mechanism of the Skwal i3 is very sturdy, but yet it operates smooth. This means that your visor probably won't slam down that easily while riding out on the road at a bit higher speeds. With the features I just mentioned, the i3 earns a solid 4 stars. Well done to Shark. Alright, let's take the i3 out on the road and see to what extent it's able to isolate the outside noise. And we measure this by placing a decibel meter close to the ear of our test rider, recording the sound the same way as he hears it. We take our measurements from long stretches of open highway with an average of 130 km per hour. Finally, we've set up a noise isolation matrix to determine star scores. In our testing, the i3 had an average of 101 decibels, and this result is actually pretty decent for an entry-level helmet, and therefore it earns 3 stars for noise isolation. A pretty decent start to our road test segments, but how does the i3 perform in terms of ventilation? In this test, we measured to what extent the i3 is able to keep your head cool out on the road. To do so, we've placed a thermometer inside the helmet to measure the inside temperature at all times. At the same time, we keep track of the outside temperature and compare the two. The smaller the difference, the more stars a helmet earns. First off, let's look at the ventilation layout. On the chin you'll find the first adjustable chin vent, which consists of 2 air intakes. Then on the top you'll find another adjustable vent, also with 2 intakes. Now if you move to the rear of the helmet, we'll find a spoiler, which you can see is designed in a very aerodynamic way. And this should reduce the overall feel of weight of the helmet out on the road. During our testing, the i3 was around 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer than the outside temperature. A decent performance for which it earns 3 stars, but does leave some room for improvement. Alright, so far we've covered performance related criteria, but is the i3 comfortable to wear? Well, that's exactly what we'll talk about here, but this segment does present a challenge for us, as it's hard to translate the comfort of a helmet into concrete numbers. That's why for this part only, we'll be partially relying on our test rider. He has more than 17 years of experience and has also tested the other helmets on our channel and can therefore make a comparison like no other. Naturally, we'll also take every comfort feature of the i3 into account, so let's see what it has to offer. First of all, the interior of the Skwal i3 is removable and washable, which is a nice feature to have. It's also equipped with a chin curtain. The padding feels thick and soft in areas where it's needed most, and our test rider thought the Skwal i3 felt average to decent out on the road. The interior is a tad bit basic, but it does what it needs to do, and therefore it earns a respectable 2.5 stars on this part. Let's continue to our final segment, features. So, one more to go before we reach our final conclusion, and here we've set up a features matrix that includes many different features, but like with the Visor part, not every feature is equally as impactful on your riding experience, which is why we've weighted them based on what riders ask us about the most. Let's see the results. To kick things off, the i3 is ready for communication systems, allowing riders to stay connected with their friends out on the road. This is great to see, especially on an entry-level helmet, where this isn't always a guaranteed feature. So, it has speaker pockets, but it has no slots or grooves on the side of the helmet for a dedicated communication system. Like we mentioned earlier, this helmet has its own lighting system. It doesn't need any wires, it just has to charge, and the charging cable is pre-installed into the back of the helmet. It has two regular lights on the front of the helmet and red brake lights on the back. You can set the lighting into two modes. Either you have constant lighting or a flickering setting. Finally, the i3 is glasses friendly, making it comfortable to wear even if you wear glasses. And for all those features, the i3 earns a solid 2.5 stars. Let's come to our final conclusion. Alright, let's start by putting every score side by side. In the material segment, it earned 2.5 stars from being made of polycarbonate and coming in two outer shell sizes. For its weight, it earned another 2 stars for weighing in at 1604 grams. Next was our visor part, where it had an integrated sun visor and a pinhole lens in the box, among other features, and for that it earned 4 stars. Then in our road test segments, the i3 earned 3 stars for noise isolation with an average of 101 decibels and 3 stars for ventilation with a difference of 1.5 degrees inside the helmet. Also in our comfort segment, it earned 2.5 stars for having a removable and washable interior as well as including a chin curtain. And finally, it earned another 2.5 stars on features. All in all, the i3 earns an average of 2.8 stars, for which you pay around 14 euros per star. It had decent performances and comes with its own lighting system, which does make it stand out from other helmets to say the least. However, it also did leave a lot to be desired in terms of weight and on ventilation too. And that covers it for our review of the i3. As always, we're curious to know what you guys think, so don't hesitate to let us know in the comments below. For those interested in this helmet, be sure to head on over to championhelmets.com, where we have the lowest price guaranteed and very sharp discount bundles. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your feed. Guys, buy smart and ride safe. Until next time.